Let's see, how long is this one? Because we looked at this guy, I think, the last time I did. You know, it's funny, because it's been, like, nearly a month since I did my last stream. And the last stream was just me playing Skate. The new Skate 4, or whatever. I like that stream. You know, it's not my usual thing. That was another great response that I got on the new video, was like, get back into your hole and make more user videos! You know, God forbid I ever do anything I want to do on my channel, which is owned by me. So doing like a gaming stream, obviously not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I did do a Skate stream, and that was like a little less than a month ago. But the last real user stream, I think it was September 11th, actually, so we are over a month since we've had any users in our life, so we're gonna rectify that now. I'd like to start with somebody that's not an old friend. I got some good old friends on here. And I saved a bunch of images of Hassan stuff and the fake Christian thing, the Barbara Chandler thing. But I also saved some other images to peruse. Because we have this guy here. His name, and this is one of his many channels, as I've come to learn. His 4 channels. Lyric is awesome. And he's already done. This shit is now over. But he likes Barney. He's 22. It's Andy Ho, everybody. Oh, man. It's Andy Ho. Hi, my name is Andy Ho, and I'm 22, and welcome to my new main channel. I'm only still a fan of Barney, the Wiggles, etc. Only. Everything else he's forsaken. On my new main channel, I'm going to be doing DVD collections, openings, and menu walkthroughs. Menu walkthroughs. Oh man, I really hope he can help me defeat that really hard boss in Barney Season 3 DVD. On my, let me see here, shout-out videos, reviews, question for good users, Q&A videos, good messages, my dance videos, etc. But not any more pointless videos, brackets, capital A, angry message videos, and more. Because I already ignored my haters. I hope you all have fun on my new YouTube channel. There are no channel rules, by the way. Okay, he says that, but then he follows with what looks like 3 channel rules. That's, you know, that's rules. I mean, it's like, the only rule is there is no rules. That's a rule, motherfucker. Don't you fucking try to brook any foolishness with me, you piece of shit. So this guy, you know, he's got his Barney videos, right? Opening to Barney Songs 2006 DVD featuring Barney, Baby Bop, and BJ. This is like MST3K for autistic people. So this is like MST3K, but the Netflix version. There's just like random kid noises in the background. 30 seconds of silence here. Is this literally just going to be Barney songs? Is he... It is. It's the opening to it. He shows up on camera, though. There he is. Kind of looks like he's got the trumpet here. This is great. Great effects. Great editing. So this is really just a Barney DVD. I don't know why I expected anything better. You know, he's got a few more of these here. Watch this, guys, for Dan Sobel haters only. Well, I'm not really a hater. So, serious question. Is there like a link between, I don't know, autism and watching reversed videos? If you'll remember, Brian Mullins the Fox has an entire channel that he refers to as a comedy channel, by the way. An entire channel of videos that are just reversed news, or like a kid's show opening, but it's reversed, or a random snippet from a TV show, but it's reversed. This fucking guy laughing like the Andy Ho Joker, the Hoker. Fucking just watching reverse Dan Sobel. It's not that funny, I gotta say. But, you know, and he's got a few more that are just like random clips from DVDs or whatever. Here's this one. I have an announcement to make.
Okay, everyone. I have an announcement to make. We are all going to move on from Dan Sobel once again. After we blocked him for good, instead of listening to him, bashing our opinions on stuff that we like or dislike, attacking him, etc., and we're also not going to have him giving us a middle finger or thumbs down. And let's just say that he has no rights to force me, the Cougar Twins, Chase Ballin, and all our fans to do.
So Dan Sobel gave this guy a middle finger? I mean, geez, that is pretty much the ultimate indignity in user world. We know how that affected Ali Jessa. I've been sitting on the Ali Jessa live clip. It's every now and then I'm like, oh, I should do Ali Jessa, and then I remember that one's like pretty focused on it being a Christmas thing, so I'm saving it, you know? I'm saving it. Look forward to Christmas era this year. Around Christmas time, you will be seeing the beginnings of the Ali Jessa story. At least it might be multiple parts. It might be like a new Jay Kaiser where it's like a series, an ongoing series. I gotta do another Jay Kaiser too. But yeah, the middle finger, the fucking jester that sailed 1,000 ships. Middle fingers get shit going in user world. I mean, you think of it like it's just some gesture you get while you're 85 and driving and you're on the wrong side of the road or whatever, or you're Indian and you're on the wrong side of the road. But to a user, a middle finger means absolutely everything. It's the harshest insult one can receive. So, very interesting.
Stuff that we don't want to, or not to do stuff that we want to, and taking us way too seriously as well. So this is why we deserve a thumbs up, but not a middle finger or thumbs down. So let's say that he is not going to make angry message videos out of us again before we can move on from him once again, because there will be no more Dan Sobel for us even more, and we are not going to listen to the words of Dan Sobel ever again. Period.
Well, I don't know if you can guarantee that he won't make another video about you. Like, it's an interesting video, isn't it? It's like, we're moving on from Dan Sobel. As long as he never references me again or does anything to bother me again, then we're moving on from Dan Sobel. You know, I don't know if that's... I feel like the lesson should be stop paying attention to what this guy on the internet has to say about you or whatever. You know, as opposed to, well, whenever he shuts up, that's when I'll shut up. I'm waiting on him to be the bigger man here.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you, Andy Ho, for ranting. But the videos, the you know, the call-outs of Dan Sobel don't end there. Well, I guess they maybe they might have ended there. That was a more recent video than what we're about to look at. But we got this. This is a 3-minute 46-second video with Andy on the screen seemingly the whole time. Red alert! Dan Sobel is now confirmed as a pedophile. That's pretty unfortunate. Uh-oh.
Hi, everybody. I am not very happy right now, all because of Dan Sobel. And
That's a weird name. Is it Asian?
Dan Sobel turns out to be as a pedophile. But before I start, if you guys like Dan Sobel, or any of you guys haven't seen him, I suggest you don't trust him or support him. So yeah.
Did he say pedophile? Hang on. Just...
Sobel turns out to be as a pedophile. But before I...
A pedophile. You know, if you wanted to be a real cheeky bastard, you could make like a biking channel. And just call yourself like Jim Bob the pedophile. People would get really upset, but that's just because they don't understand the funny wordplay at play there.
If you guys like Dan Sobel, or any of you guys haven't seen him, I suggest you don't trust him or support him. And if you're friends with Dan Sobel again, you'll be blocked or banned from my channel and social media for good. So yeah. Anyways.
So yeah. You know, I like how many user videos come across like essentially the autistic version of like a turf war. You know, it's like if I see you reppin' Dan Sobel in my hood, it's fucking on site, my shizzle. How's my hood slang? I've been playing the Herb Sims in the City, so I'd be up to date on my hood slang.
Let's get started. First up, the only one thing that I saw on TikTok is that Dan Sobel is wearing PJs or pajamas in front of the kids. Like, seriously. Second, he even makes screaming videos back in September 2022 when he screams like a man-child. Seriously, that's just 2 years ago.
September 2002. 2 years ago. No, I think we all know what he means is 2022, but it's fun to imagine the Freudian slip he accidentally just did where he's back in time, you know. You know how many of these users really just want to age regress to back before they had to think about things, you know. And here he is accidentally being like, yes, 2 years ago, in 2002. Is he wearing a Tony Hawk shirt?
And the third thing, he even...
God, I wish it was 2004. Me too, Magic Mush. I mean, fuck. It's like October 13th or whatever. Would San Andreas even be out at this point if it was 2004? I think that was like November or something, wasn't it? Imagine a world where GTA San Andreas is about to come out. The Canadian dollar's still good and not embarrassing, you know. I mean, I gotta say, this guy looks like that kid who would like... You know, I don't know if anyone's familiar with the phenomenon of that kid. The one who, like... I remember they used to have 4chan threads about that kid. And the classic one was, Teacher! Anon has a Game Boy in his JanSport! He kind of looks like if that kid was all grown up. Well, maybe partially grown up. I mean, I think he is all grown up, but he doesn't really look like it, you know. He kind of looks like that kid as more or less an adult. I mean, he's got the haircut and the voice, too. I mean, good lord.
Makes
good lord.
Bad videos out of my friends Jason, Isaiah, Lamo, Kruger Twins, Ali, etc. You could get haters for that, Dan.
So, Ali Jessa? Is that the Ali? I guess it could be a different Ali. I wonder if Ali Jessa's in the comments or anything. Hang on. I love that YouTube removed the feature that you could just scroll down when you're in full screen. I'm so happy they removed that feature. That was just too convenient. Do we have any Ali? Super Mitomo. I think we've looked at Brendan's Movie Corner before. CJ Cool, Jacqueline Brandon Clues, Donald Gallagher. I agreed. Dan Sobel is a bad users. So I know Ali Jessa there. I don't know if this guy's related to Ali Jessa in some way. I wouldn't be surprised. Very similar interest.
He even likes watching little baby shows. Although I still like nostalgia or children's shows such as Barney, The Wiggles, etc. Which
I still love the Wiggles and Barney, but this fucking pedophile, he's just really into the Wiggles and Barney. I bet he jerks off to the little girls from Barney or something. Some kind of degenerate shit like that.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
I don't know who could ever be friends with a guy like that.
they're really awesome in my opinion. So yeah. Because Dan Sobel is too old for those things. Like, yeah.
Like,
Dan
yeah.
Sobel is completely way too old for these shows that are from Hit Entertainment, Lyric Studios, Nickelodeon, etc.
Okay.
And another thing is that Dan Sobel claims that he admitted his wrongdoings, but now he turns back on us. Like, seriously, like, come on, Dan Sobel, really?
You were supposed to bring harmony to the userdom, not destroy it. From my point of view, this user is evil.
Ugh. And another thing is Dan Sobel is using an unhappy term. Like...
An unhappy term. You know, that's an overused term. I can see why he's so upset about it.
Seriously.
Let's just hear that one more time. I would like somebody to closed caption that sound effect for us.
And the washing machine? Oh, forget about the washing machine. It sounds like...
Seriously. Unhappy terms are not gonna work. And another
Unhappy
thing is
terms.
that he even uses grounded threats.
He uses grounded threats. Yeah, I think unhappy might be like the I wish you an unhappy birthday thing that some of them do. Yeah, I think that might be what it is. I assume that's what it is. I mean, again, though, like, I always bring this up, right? I'm a broken record when it comes to this, but it is just so fascinating to me. Some people say that they're, like, sick of users. I don't know if I could ever be sick of users. Some people said that they thought I was getting sick of users, because, like, I don't know, a couple months ago I was on a stream and I was, like, angry or something. I was angry at chat for having terrible suggestions on a suggestion stream. They were not sending their best. Well, they were later. It was the first few suggestions that I got to that were all kind of lousy. But somebody in the comments was like, I feel like Claw's getting sick of users. No! I will never, ever get sick of users. I could stream at any time because of users. And the reason for that is that, like, as far as I know, Andy Ho probably has zero contact with Jay Kaiser. And yet he uses some of the same, if you'll forgive the use of the word, some of the same terms that Jay Kaiser just fucking loves. Like the concept of just being like, he used the blah 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 term. That's not a good term. Where do they get this from? I need to know what, like, Autism Speaks program they're all in, I guess, that teaches them this language. You know, I mean, first it was like Opinion Basher or whatever, but the lexicon of userdom has grown over the years that we've been looking at these fucking people. And there's just some things where it's like, you'd think that you'd have to, like, be in the community with Jay Kaiser, maybe, for certain things to rub off on you, perhaps. But, like, I don't think there's anything connecting this guy to Jay Kaiser. I don't think there is. I mean, there very well could be, because there's a lot of overlap, obviously. But just some of the little minutia of the things that he says is, like, point for point identical to Jay Kaiser and so many other people we've looked at, too. And they can't all be, they can't all be getting it from one source, right? It's a mystery. It is a mystery. Will the mystery be unveiled or die with us? I don't know.
Because grounded threats don't work at all.
Go animate dialect.
Either.
I guess so.
He even uses SpongeBob's.
He did say grounded threats. Well, I mean, he said...
Either. Because grounded threats don't work at all.
Grounded threats.
Either. Plus, he even uses SpongeBob's and Will Smith's lines either.
Will Smith?
You could get haters for that, Dan Sobel. You better not be taking anybody's line.
No, I'm sorry if this sounds racist, but he kind of sounds like a bad dub of a character from a Japanese game. Like, I don't think he's Japanese, but he just kind of sounds like, I don't know, early Resident Evil or something. You could get haters for that one, Dan Sobel. He sounds like a Shenmue NPC.
Lines.
Will
Dan
Smith and
Sobel,
SpongeBob.
This is why you're being a pedophile. Well, everybody,
Pedophile, yes.
if Dan Sobel is coming right after us again, he'll be blocked or banned from the internet and social media.
Can this guy be a user Jack? Because he reminds me of Chud Jack a little bit. I feel like he needs to be Baby Show Jack or something.
That's all I gotta say. Period. Anyways, you guys. So this is me signing out, everyone. But I suggest you don't support Dan Sobel because Dan Sobel is now confirmed as a pedophile.
I hate those confirmed pedophiles. So I saved a bunch of images from Andy Ho's, I think, Instagram accounts. Let me just look at a few of these here. Man, when are these people gonna learn? Emily from Barney and Friends is older than me. I'm already 23 and I still loved her, even if she's all grown up now. Even if she's all grown up now. Okay. What you mean by that, my man? What do you mean by that? That's so weird. That's a crazy thing to say. Oh, I think this is what he means. He's got a Doja Cat song called Kiss Me More. And yep. It's exactly as we feared. It's a Sangi. Oh, it's a Sangi. 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 Unfortunate. Thank you, new enemy in town. Thank you. Emily, Hannah Owens, my girlfriend. Oh, that's adorable. Love is in the air, chat. I mean, I don't know. You can try to shit talk, you know, the love that these two share, but that's just sick and it's just sick and wrong. It's sick and wrong. Let's remain friends with each other for now on. Important announcement! Although Emily is one of my favorite female Barney characters, last week, Emily from Barney and Friends and I decided to break up because we are no longer partners. Until today, we have to remain friends with each other for now on. Very specific way of wording these things, you know? Very, very, very specific wording for that. Then we have this one. Featuring a Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Happy National Girls Day from Lucy and Eva. From the channel Livin' with Littles, I guess. And, happy National Girls Day. So, Lucy and Eva, you can thank me later for my support. How about that Sangi? How about that Sangi? We got this one here. from Andy Home, man. Oh, man. I can't believe he's posting this shit. And I don't even know what this means, really. Because neither of these look edited. And, I mean, the girls on the right side look significantly more fake than the ones on the left, I gotta say. But one of them is real and one of them is edited. And there's no message with this. This is supposed to give you all the information you need to know, I guess. But just know that he has a bunch of pictures of little girls saved on his devices. I'm just saying, you know. So that's notable. That's notable. So Andy Ho really hates pedophiles, everybody. And the thing is this is not the only... We looked at an Andy Ho channel here. But we only really scratched the surface. There's a lot of videos. There's 372 videos that we'll never get to watch all of, because most of them are garbage. He's got Nikocado avocado memes. He's got Barney, little girls from Barney in Hebrew. So there's that, you know, that's on the channel. But more importantly, he has a posts tab, everybody. And he's taken a break from YouTube on this channel from a year ago. Don't worry, there's other channels from more recently. Only we need to use the I can handle your opinion terms, because it's way better than the I respect your opinion terms. Agreed! Agreed! I can handle your opinion on stuff. I am a fan of kids stuff. What you into, fan of kids stuff? It doesn't look like anything too interesting. You know, he reposts this thing from Kruger Twins 2005. I'm still ignoring the haters once again. Still and once again in the same sentence. I'm just saying. We don't know why he's forcing us to not watch all nostalgia shows, movies, and others. With an Oxford comma there. But we have the rights to watch all nostalgia shows, movies, and others. Whatever we want, along with... And we don't have an Oxford comma the second time. That's weird. Whatever we want, along with other children and grown-you shows, and even G-rated and PG movies. That's all the announcement for today. So the announcement is, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. I'm going to continue watching baby shows. I'm gonna keep hacking into these government archives and watching Barney to uncover all of the corruption that I know is going on. In our opinions on swear words, we're not allowed to use those types of words again. Gonna be people saying they agree. No, okay. I don't use or say bad words anymore because they're getting old and overused nowadays, so my channel is kid-friendly. Yeah, that's the reason. Alright. You know, yeah, there's some more just garbage. I blocked SpongeBob SquarePants 8122 because he posted nasty comments in front of James Loves Christian Stuff for no reason. I now dislike Jose Crespin even more because he keeps sending Brendan Pippin death threats, calling him a racist N-word, and harassing him for no reason. And you know what? I'm moving on from Jose Crespin nowadays. Beautiful way of speaking, I gotta say. It's just beautiful. We got a little more Andy Ho. And specifically the posts page is where the real good stuff is, because that was a channel that he's abandoned for over a year now. This one is still active. Repost this if you like that song called Toss It Out the Window Tidy-O. Ignore for hate! Like, that's the ultimate engagement bait, isn't it? Just like, you need to either support it, or if you ignore it, that means you hate it. Fucking ooga booga brain. It's true. Even the users have ooga booga brain. Is DK Oldies a scam? I think not. For those that aren't in the know, in my opinion and the opinion of many YouTubers, DK Oldies is like absolutely a fucking scam, dude. It's kind of like being like, yes, I redeemed the gift card, but it's not a scam. I don't think it is. My salute on the Wiggles. The Wiggles, hang on just a sec. There we go. The Wiggles has got to be a great show I have ever seen in my lifetime. Here are the reasons why. It's because this show is all about the Wiggles. And their friends who like to sing, dance, wiggle, and groove to some of my favorite songs. And they like to go on wiggly adventures too. So yeah, the Wiggles rule. To those who dislike or are not interested in the Wiggles, then I can tolerate your opinion. But don't you dare ever think about saying that I'm too old for the Wiggles! That means all of you guys! Including these people. Shadow the Hedgehog UTTP is here. Beautiful. End of salute. End of another ranting message. Anthony Wiggles' serious message to the people who had blocked me last week. Note, this does not contain cuss words, in which I'm never going to use cuss words again, except for polite words. Polite cuss words. So this is from Anthony Wiggle down here. Hello everyone, I'm Anthony from the Wiggles, and I'm going to make a serious message to the people who had blocked my wiggly friend Andy since last week, including these people. Guys, I have something to say to you all. You all need to stop exposing Andy, because he's an innocent person. And he has a right to have a favorite female Barney character of his. Starting last week, they had to broke up with each because they're no longer partners anymore. Until today, they have to remain friends with each other for life. So do yourselves a big wiggly favor. Don't even think about making bad videos or post just the one out of our wiggly friend, Andy. Okay, why not get some help from DK Oldies? Kruger Twins and Ryan Silva, your thoughts have almost been changed to not be a part of the Wiggles anymore, except for the haters of Andy, who are now going to change their opinions on our show. Kevin Mittelman, Shadow the Hedgehog UTTP, and all of you guys are starting to be part of our group called The Wiggles again, including me and the rest of the Wiggles, because you're all going to be singing, dancing, and wiggling too, for exposing Andy. So yeah, you guys, stop making videos and or posts out of him, and don't you dare ever think about making fun of me and exposing me. This is Anthony Wiggle, not Andy. Anthony. And one last thing I have to tell you all. Stop exposing Andy, or else you all should get a serious life, drive the big red car of your own, and deal with it, okay? Don't get me fired from our show. Now it's over. End of my wiggly serious message. Anthony Wiggle Ditch. Yeah. My wiggly serious message, indeed. He's gonna make him play the wiggle games, yeah. End of another wiggly message. A lot of Wiggles posts here. A lot of Wiggles posts. But then we get some more lore here. And this one's interesting. I'm excited to bring this one to you. This one's interesting because, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, well, before we get to the one I was about to read, we've got this. Which, it's not the Go Animate Andrew Ditch looking character underneath. It's the post at the top here, which is no longer available, but he responds to it and he says, "Cry about it, and more like I'm not in the concentration camp." 5 crying while laughing emojis. Oh, you fucking owned him. You smoked his ass. I don't know what he said. That channel's probably deleted now, but he's not in the concentration camp, whatever that means. So we have this one here. You know what? That's it! I'm officially done with Kruger Twins Bro Fan Duo 2005, Kevin Mittelman the Nintendo Fan, Brendan's Movie Corner Backup 8942, and at Shadow the Hedgehog UTTP, and the rest of my haters. So do you guys want to know why? It's because they blocked me on social media for no reason, just because I'm with Emily from Barney. I accidentally tried to develop a crush on her again this year. He accidentally... now unpack this, right? He accidentally tried. I just don't... I feel like even if you're autistic, your brain has to tell you something's wrong with that sentence, right? I don't know. But not anymore! So I've now started to break up with Emily until I can remain friends with her for life without anything inappropriate like romantic and sexual stuff. So you know what, guys? You're all out of my sight, and don't bother apologizing. Note, all of you need to know that Emily is one of my favorite female characters from Barney, in which I love. So I'm no longer going to simp over her again by breaking up with her until I start to remain friends with her without inappropriate sexual stuff and romance. I feel like this is like some kind of like septuple negative. I don't even know... I don't know what layer of irony we're on at this point, but what I do know is that he goes on to translate this rant to French, Tagalog, German, and then Hebrew. Which just, the Hebrew, I guess there's no Hebrew translation for Shadow the Hedgehog UTTP. Unfortunate. But it is notable that he has German and Hebrew right next to each other. How about that? I guess there's also Tandan. I don't know if is that a different thing than Tagalog? I don't know. I'm not sure. The word Hindi is here. Oh my god, sir. No. So Andy, that's Andy. And, he has some YouTube videos here on this channel. Guess what? He broke his promise about being done with Dan Sobel. But no one's surprised about that. He has some more YouTube videos. Nothing that's all that exciting, really. I mean, there might be something that I'm not seeing here. Something that we might return to him at another time, But for now, I think that's quite enough of Andy. So thank you, Andy, for ranting.
Greg Heffley UTTP, I got something to say to you. Why the heck did you force me to like 2020, Furby Fan 2004, etc., huh? You know that I hate Furby Fan 2004, 2020, etc. with a burning passion. What is the matter with you today, huh? What is the matter with you today?